Once you fully let go is when all of your manifestations will literally come to life. And I'm literally experiencing that right now. Something on my vision board that I had last year was an affirmation that says, the more I relax, the more I attract, because it's counterintuitive to be like, for example, I want to manifest more money, right? I want to manifest being wealthy, right? So in your brain, you think, okay, I need to go work. I need to go do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. And instead, that's being counterintuitive because you're basically telling the universe, I don't have it. And then also you're telling the universe that like, you're basically operating from lack, because if you already had it and if you were already wealthy, you wouldn't be working as hard as you are, right? Are we seeing what I'm saying? So on my vision board last year for 2024, I put the more I relax, the more I attract, because I literally was a busybody. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this to make all this money. And instead it wasn't happening. Why? Because I was forcing the manifestation to happen. So as soon as I let go and finally fully believed and fully operated from the more I relax, the more I attract, is finally when the money started to come in. I finally let go. I let go. I just stopped. I stopped rushing it. I stopped trying to force it to happen. I stopped trying to figure out, like, because when you think about it, your job is to want something. Your job is to not figure out where is it going to come from, when is it going to come in, all those things. That's not your job. Your job is to want it and then trust that it is coming, right? So if you start working and doing all these things, you're trying to force where the money's going to come from. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So now I just kind of relax. I do nothing. I don't want to say like I don't work. I still operate from inspired action. I take inspired action when my soul tells me to. So like when my brain or my soul or my spirit team is like, hey, puts a random thought in my head, you should do this. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it. Inspired action, then things come in, right? So I've been noticing a windfall and more things come in when I do nothing. When I'm like not forcing something to happen, because in the back end, things are working, things are happening, things are doing what they need to do. And in the meantime, I get to live. I get to live. So the more I relax, the more I attract. Remember, life is what you say goes. If you believe something to be true, then it's true. I believe the more I relax, the more I attract. So that is true. The universe is forced to show you that. The universe is forced to show you what you believe. So if you believe that to be true, it is. As I always say, be careful what you think.